Hi everyone, my name is Karina McQuiston and I am a Close to My Heart independent consultant. And today I'm going to teach you how to stamp the perfect image. So, what do you need to stamp a perfect image? Well, of course you need a stamp, right? So, Close to My Heart has clear acrylic stamps called My Acrylics. They come in a variety of images, lots of different themes. The one I'm going to show you today is this Fall Harvest. Now, all of Close to My Heart's acrylic stamps come in a 6x6 clear envelope that then opens on the back so you can see all the images of the stamp set. And then this sheet just pulls out. You see that? And you're left with the stamped images and a foam sheet. Now, don't throw the foam sheet away. You need it. It's important. So, peel that back and you can see My Acrylic stamps are see-through. They're this tough poly that is very flexible, bendy, easy to peel off. Now there's a flat side and then there's a textured side with the image imprinted on there. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a block, okay? These stamps have to be mounted in order to use them. It just makes it a lot easier, makes it so you don't have any mistakes on your project. Plus you want to be able to know where you're stamping, right? You worked really hard on this project. So you're going to go ahead and put the flat side down on your block. Close to My Heart has lots of different sizes of blocks. This just happens to be a 3x3, okay? In the starter set, you also get a 2x2 and you get a 2x3.5. So you get all three of those blocks for $19.95. It's a really, really great deal. So now you have your stamp with that textured side up on your block, and you're going to need some ink and then whatever type of medium, paper, fabric, whatever you're going to use, you're going to need that special medium that you're going to stamp on. Okay, so what else do you need to create the perfect image? Well, you need ink, right? Today I'm going to be using Exclusive Ink in Cocoa. This is a dye ink. Now what that means, like think fabric dye, right? It's going to soak into whatever you're stamping on and it's going to blend. So I'm going to be stamping this dark brown onto an autumn terracotta orange type color. So that brown is going to fade into that orange and kind of mute that brown down a little bit. Dye inks are going to blend. They're going to dry very, very quickly, make it very easy to use, and they come in a wide variety of colors. Close to My Heart offers 42 dye ink colors in this handy little stamp pad. Now, the other big difference with our stamp pads is when you open them, which there's little thumb grips, finger grips on the side, and this little, it's not quite a button, but it's kind of a gripper there for you. When you open it, you can see that the stamp pad is stored upside down. The reason for that is that all that dye ink is then going to be sitting on top of the pad, so you don't have to push really hard to get that nice inked image. Okay, give it just a little bit of tap and twist, and we'll talk about that in a second. Other great thing about these ink pads is it has this swivel base. So you can swivel that in place, lock it down, and then you can use your ink pad whichever way you would like. Very, very nice. Okay, so what else are you going to need? Well, that foam is very important. So whatever surface you're stamping on, in this case I'm stamping on cardstock, you're going to want to put the foam down first so that that'll help create a nice image. That's going to kind of give you a little bit of that give, a little bit of cushion for your stamping. So go ahead and put your cardstock on top of your foam and then you'll be able to stamp straight up and down right on your project. Another way to get that impression is with Close to My Heart's Versamat. Now this is a really awesome, awesome mat. I hope you can see that there. It's got a nice 12x12 grid and 1/4 inch increments all the way around, so it makes it very easy to line up your project. And it's a self-healing mat on this side. So awesome, you can do your cutting, fussy cutting, whatever you need to do. On the back, however, is going to be this really nice foam. The same type of foam that comes with your stamp sets. So now you have a nice 13x13 surface to do your stamping. So I could be stamping multiples of these on a big 12x12 piece of paper. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my cardstock right on my foam. I'm going to leave my stamp side up, the textured side up. And this is the big trick. Now pay attention. If you want to get the perfect image, you're using a plastic poly type stamp. You're adding a liquid on top. So what's going to happen? It's going to kind of slide off of that. So in order to prevent that, you need something for your dye ink to stick to. And in order to do that, you need to season your stamps. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, there's lots of different ways, but hey, time is money, right? So I use the fat pad of my thumb, and I'm going to rub that right over top of the leaf so that the oils from my skin make this kind of cloudy surface. The oils from my skin are going to be what helps the dye ink adhere to the stamp. Now I season every stamp, no matter how many times I've used it, I season them all. I just find that it helps, gives me those nice crisp impressions, and I just think that it helps get the first impression, the first stamped image that you try, it helps it be perfect almost every time. So now you have a seasoned stamp. Now you're going to take your ink, and this is how I stamp. This is what I feel gives me the best overall coverage. I use what's called tap and twist. So think of burping a baby, okay? Real light taps, and then you're going to twist your ink pad, and you're going to twist your block until you have nice even coverage, checking the middle, the outsides, making sure that you're nice and inked. You see that? Now, I can see right through my block where I'm stamping on my piece of paper. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp in this uppermost corner, go straight up and down, just a little bit of pressure, and boom, perfect stamped image. It'll take just a couple seconds to dry because it's going to soak into that paper. And as you stamp with the dye inks, the color is going to be a little bit darker at first, and then it'll dry just slightly lighter as it blends in. So if you can see, here's some other cocoa stamped images. This one's just a little darker because it's just drying, and these I've stamped before. Okay, now what do we do to clean our stamp? Well, you can use baby wipes, you can use a cloth with water. My absolute favorite though is a close to my heart product called Spritz Cleaner. This is a conditioner and cleaner, so it's not only going to keep your stamps clean, it's also going to condition them so that they stay in really nice shape for years to come. With the cleaner, you're going to want to use a scrubbing pad. This scrubbing pad has little grippers on the bottom, so you can easily put it on your surface and it's not going to slide anywhere. Sorry about that. Moving you around there. And it opens up to show you these little fine bristles, which are going to get into all those nooks and crannies in those really detailed stamps. So, take your spritzer, go ahead and add a little squirt on your stamp. You can leave your scrubby right on the table, scrub it, or you can take your scrubby and apply it right to your stamp, so then you can see if you got all the ink. It also dries your stamp right away, so then you can just peel it right off the block. If you have any extra, you can rub that off, and then put your stamp right back with the flat side down on the protective sheet so that you can put it right back in the folder and you're done. So I hope that helped you guys so you know how to create the perfect stamped image with your Close to My Heart stamps. If you have any other questions though, please let me know. You can find me at Candid Crafter, which is karinamcquiston.blogspot.com. Thank you guys!